Last bike just joining up at the rear there, which is a little RS125. So five guys first race meeting, understand. Green flag is gone. Fantastic start for third place. It looked like Uriah Ryken even, possibly. Into turn one. Richard Markham Barrett. We're about to have the GSXR 750 leave from pit lane. He gets the green light to go ahead. Everybody's through turn one. And it looks like Richard Markham Barrett, Roger Cathro, and the leader just heading through the hairpin. So our chap Duncan Rowe on his G6R 750 is finally got on the track and having a go. He's obviously fairly new to this whole thing, but getting back to the lead, Richard Markham Barrett has a substantial lead down the back straight on the first lap already. So this is a standing start. So Richard coming out of the sweeper now, the Go Media sweeper, coming along the front straight for the first of the 8 laps. And he does a 1:17.827, followed by Roger Cathro, Todd Ackroyd, Uriah Ryken, Jason Truman on that NSR 300, Tarbin Walker, 7th is Chris Beams, 8th is Ken Jestin, 9 is Chance Oliver Stevenson, 10 is David Johnson, 11 is Steve Hurst. This is the second or the first flying lap, so we'll see what sort of lap times come into it from there. There's a few good tussles down the track here. Looks like Ken Jestin on the NC30 having a good tussle there with Chance Oliver Stevenson on the SV650. So the leader is now coming out of Go Media, coming along the front straight for the first flying lap. He does a 1:14.247, which is probably the quickest he's been all weekend. The second is Roger Cathro, a 1:15.824. Third is Uriah Ryken, just picked up a place from Tom Ackroyd. Fifth place is Tarbin Walker. Sixth place is Jason Truman. 7 is Chris Beam, 8 is Chance Oliver Stevenson, and 9th is Ken Jestin. He's just dropped back a little bit from that particular battle. The bikes are fairly well spread out now. And Richard Stocker's best, Markham Barrett, a fairly long name. He is streaking away at the lead. Looking quite comfortable with it as well. So after this, there'll be 6 laps to go. He is virtually the length of the back straight over second place Roger Cathro. He's a similar sort of distance over Uriah Ryken in third place. So over the start finish line, there's 5 laps to go. He just did a 1:14.483. Second place Roger Cathro, waiting for third place to come over. They're reasonably well stretched out here. Uriah Ryken, Todd Ackroyd, Tarbin Walker, 6th Jason Truman, 7 is Chris Beams. This goes across the line now. And then Chance, Ken Jestin, 10th place waiting for, this is the little 125. So I understand it's his first riding on this little 125, which is no mean feat. They're not particularly easy to ride or get off the line. So getting back to the leaders, Richard Markham Barrett's now screeching off down the back straight. Here's a substantial lead, so we'll see whether he backs off now that he's comfortably in the lead. So Richard runs a company called Speed Junkie, who supplies performance parts. And he also has a company called iTools, which is a online website that sells you power tools. I think he deals with most of the major brands like DeWalt, etc. So if you're after some power tools, have a look on iTools. Always try and deal with the local guys that help in the sport. He's also been a sponsor of Glenn Scatchell through the Speed Junkie. It's really good to see their collection of, well, there's only one here today, but NSR 300, which Glenn rode to some success at the Suzuki Series last year. And he holds a couple of lap records for Formula 3 on that particular little 300. And it was very impressive at Taupo at the Suzuki Series on Mike Webster's promoter, having to break the lap record from a standing start, which is no mean feat. Very impressive looking bike, and Glenn's out on the backup Webster bike, which is the ZX10 in the senior class. So the leader coming out of Go Media again. This will be 3 laps to go. We'll see what lap time he's done. A 14.549, so he's being reasonably consistent. Second place, Roger Cathro on the GSXR 600 modified to a 450. So third place comes across the line, that's Uriah Ryken. Fourth place, Tarbin Walker. Fifth place, Todd Ackroyd. Sixth place, Jason Truman. There we go, Chris Beams on the little NC30. Comes through in 7th place. He did a 1:22.375. Chance Oliver Stevenson on the SV 650 did a 1:22.588. Ken Jeston on another NC30. He did a 1:22.731. 10th place is Aaron Lambourne. 11th place Steve Hurst. 12th Dean Malport. And waiting for another NC30, Dave Johnson to come around. He's in 13th place. He just did a 1:27.822. So the lead has just gone across the line now, going into Toyota turn 1. So there will be blue flags out for Dave Johnson to be aware that the leaders are going to come past him. So Richard's backed off a little bit. He did a 1:16.037 on that particular lap. And there's 2 laps to go. As I say, the blue flags are now flashing at the hairpin or turn 4. Richard takes the big wide line way on the outside and easily dispatches Dave on the 400. So the leader down the intermediate straight. Second place, Roger Cathro, just coming out of the hairpin. Reasonably well placed. There's a reasonable battle going on for third place. We've got a slowing rider. Looks like the 125 going around Go Media. Clearly got a problem. So here we have the white flag for Richard Markham Barrett. He's just coming down the front straight across the start line now. And he did a 1:16.788, so he's quite comfortable where he is and has backed off the pace somewhat. Second place, Roger Cathro has just come across the line. So with the amount of gap that Richard Markham Barrett's got, it'd almost be worthwhile him backing off so that the people just in front of him with the Flurry vest get an extra lap, but he'll be way too quick for them, I would say. Probably have them by Higgins, so they'll miss out on a lap of racing. So just going back over who's where, Richard Markham Barrett in the lead, Roger Cathro second, third is Uriah Ryken being chased very closely by Tarbin Walker, fifth is Todd Ackroyd, sixth is Jason Truman, 7 is Chris Beams, 8 Chance Oliver Stevenson, 9 is Ken Jeston. And the leader is just coming out of Go Media sweeper now along the front straight, and the checkered flag is waving. A nice comfortable victory for Richard Markham Barrett on that lovely Kramer KTM 690. Waiting for second place, he's just coming out of the sweeper now. Roger Cathro on his pack and save. R6 450. Dave Johnson in 12th place, goes past. Duncan Rowe in last place on his GSX-R 750 has just gone across the checkered flag as well. So here's the dice for third and fourth. And Uriah Ryken got that from Tarbin Walker. There's only 0.167 of a second between the two of them, so relatively close. Fifth place is Todd Ackroyd. Sixth place, Jason Truman. As I say, on that wonderful little Speed Junkie NSR 300.